Hello, my name is Catherine Moody. I'm the head of mission for MSF France, based in Pakistan. Just a little bit about myself first. I'm originally a nurse. I'm from Australia, and I've worked for MSF for about 14-15 years. And most recently, I've been in Pakistan for about 2.5 years. So the first question is, what areas of medical support do MSF offer in Pakistan? So first of all, I'd just like to show you this little map, if you can see that properly, and it shows the locations that we have our projects across Pakistan. As you can see, it's quite widespread across the country. We have working in 8 locations, and some of those locations are just one activity, others are multiple activities. We work inside Ministry of Health hospitals, and we also have MSF standalone or independent projects. The main areas that we work in from the medical side are maternal and child health, which mainly involves the delivery of babies and the care of the mothers postnatally, and especially intensive care for neonates if they're born prematurely or with problems after birth. We have paediatric services, and this includes outpatients and inpatient services. And we also have specialist leishmaniasis treatment services across the country. And somebody has asked a question about leishmaniasis specifically. I'll go further into that when we look at that question. People have said that somebody asked, cutaneous leishmaniasis is a disease that occurs in large numbers in Khyber Agency. And would we please extend our project to this area? Well, the good news is that we can't go to Khyber Agency specifically because, as many of you will know, there's a lot of security issues around travelling in Khyber Agency, but we are in the process of opening a leishmaniasis program in collaboration with the Ministry of Health in Peshawar, and it's located on the outskirts of Peshawar city, and it will be very accessible for the Khyber Agency population. And the reason we've opened it where we have is because we are trying to target that population in Khyber Agency, because we are aware that there are between 5,000 and 10,000 cases already identified in Khyber Agency, and we're working very closely with the Ministry of Health on increasing the services in Peshawar and looking for new ways of treating the disease, which will be less traumatic for the patient and much cheaper for anybody who's actually providing the service. The third question is, how do we find such a large number of volunteers who want to save and treat the children in our locations? So I think I'll just explain a little bit about how MSF recruits staff. We have expatriate staff who are nurses, doctors, accountants, HR personnel, and logistics staff, who are the support staff, who come from all over the world. And these people apply to MSF offices around the world, and they get sent to a location where they're needed. They are actually employed. It's a voluntary employment, and it's not like you're taking a job in somewhere in the West where you're committing to a long period of work. They come for very short periods. We also have a lot of national staff, and the majority of our staff in any project for MSF anywhere around the world are our national staff. And they are employed on long-term contracts, and this work with MSF is their permanent job. In Pakistan, we have over 300 national staff, and between the two projects where I specifically am focused on, and some of those staff are actually working in the town where they live, and others of them have actually agreed to be relocated, and they travel to a location where our hospital is, which doesn't have the human resources that we need. So when people go there, we actually make sure that they have accommodation, all their transport, everything to get them to and from work and to make them comfortable when they're actually at their workplace. How can I deal psychologically with a patient from a different culture? I guess I found this one very interesting because it's one of the reasons that myself and obviously many people actually work with MSF is because we actually enjoy working in different cultures. We like the way that we're going to learn about different cultures, different people, different countries, from our staff, from our patients. And the last question is about the challenges that I face working for MSF, and particularly in Pakistan. I guess I take this from two aspects. The first is the professional, or what we call operational aspect, from how the challenge of actually running our projects, and I guess the biggest one of these is access to our patients, and also the patients' access to good healthcare. By this I mean that obviously in the place where people need MSF services are very remote in Pakistan, and sometimes it's very difficult for us to get in there because of distance, sometimes because of security. So this is, and then also the fact that some, like with the Peshawar Leishmaniasis project, we have to set up in a different location, and it's also a little bit of a challenge for the patients to reach us. But we try and obviously put our services as close to the patients as we can. From a personal point of view, is working in the heat of Pakistan, and especially in the summer it can be up to 45-50 degrees, and although we have air conditioning in many of our offices and in the hospitals, it's something that I'm really not very good at, is working in such high temperatures. It's something that I'm just not used to. But the fact is I do it because I love my work, and I love being in Pakistan. And I'm there until the end of this year, but I think it's going to be a little bit difficult to leave. So thank you very much for the questions. If you'd like to know more about MSF in Pakistan, we do have a new Facebook page which has recently been set up. That's just MSF Pakistan. So if you put that into your Facebook page search, you'll get our page up, and that's updated on a daily basis with news from our projects, general MSF news, and we also share from the other MSF Facebook pages from around the world. And again, there is also several MSF websites that if you put it into your Google search or whatever you use, you can have a look at the websites and learn more about MSF and what we do and where we work. Thank you very much.